Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 971. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can even turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Elbert Hubbard. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Let's talk about that, the idea of criticism. You know, there's many quotes out there about how as authors we need to have thick skin, which almost seems like a cosmic joke, seeing that we also need to have light, carefree, sensitive souls. So we basically need to turn ourselves into some sort of like alligator unicorn hybrid creature. I can tell you until I'm blue in the face, don't worry about it. Focus on the good reviews only. You're okay. I'm okay. We're okay. But at the same time, I know when you pull up that Amazon page and see the 1-star review, it happens to all of us, all that well-intended advice will disappear right into the dark cloud with rain now positioned over your head. Allow me instead to give you a different perspective instead of just a rah-rah speech. And that perspective is context. If you've already written a book, if it's in print and circulation and you're obsessing over reviews for that book, you're officially worried about something that already happened, over which you have no control. And the worst anxiety is often created by the things in life we have the least or no control over. But what if the critiques of this book can be helpful in your future writing? And that's a valid concern. And here's some context there to make those concerns more actionable, so they're not just internal worries. First, look for patterns. Don't obsess over each isolated critique of your book because much of that will be based on each individual reader's personal preference for books. A huge amount of criticism you get, especially in fiction, might have absolutely nothing to do with your abilities as an author. It might happen that you named your protagonist Jennifer and the reader got bullied by a Jennifer back in junior high, so now they've projected that onto your book. So look for patterns. Don't obsess about the isolated pieces of feedback. The next is end goal. But don't leave it there because you're still left with all these negative words about your writing swirling around your head. What you need now is some sort of end goal. What are you going to do with the criticism? This is where it's helpful to have the perspective of an outside person who has the bigger picture of you as a writer, your target audience, and your goals versus just a book. Let's say you do find a pattern of criticism about your book and you don't know how to resolve it, or even if it's real. Consider enlisting the assistance of a mentor or a fellow author, a group, a coach, or joining a writing club, something like that, to help you look at the situation from the outside and help you attempt to make sense of it. The goal here is to help you turn that pattern of criticism into a plan of action to improve on what area or areas of your writing need help. Without context and a clear plan for improvement, it's just criticism for the sake of criticism. There is no amount of, it's okay, all authors get criticized, try not to think about it, you'll be fine. No amount of that will be able to get it out of your head. That is all well-intentioned reassurance, usually from people that have never been in your shoes. Or if they have, they probably didn't handle it any better than you did, but they won't admit it. Get the context behind the criticism and then turn it into a plan of action. That's the only way I've personally found to deal with criticism as an author and as a professional writer working with others for all these decades. Get the context behind the criticism, turn it into a plan of action. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Inc. Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.